So, Sheffield Wednesday have a eye-watering for Danny Rule, and it's a bit big in terms of what the compo will be. Hello and welcome to this video. I have got people here who are in the live stream as well, but this has just broke right now, so I thought I might as well get a video out into the ether as well while we're doing a stream. So here we go. The eye-watering Danny Rule compensation terms have been revealed into the future speculation. Any club wishing to take Danny Rule off Sheffield Wednesday hands will have to pay a big compensation fee with an even greater fee to take his coaching staff. This is things I like to see, and I can see my chat, they're talking here, thinking it's going to be another off Chancery stream, but it's not. This is really interesting. The story was earlier this week that a new contract is a possibility with future discussion regarding the plans of the club to set place with the German boss returning from holiday. Now, having arrived in October before spearheading their remarkable survival that we did, it's interesting to see that we are going in a kind of direction where we want to try and have it that we want to try and keep him. And here's the thing. If you want to get Danny Rule from Sheffield Wednesday Football Club, you will need to pay somewhere close to 5 million. A high figure for a championship boss, but if you think about that and the fee close to that doubles if you want to take his coaching staff. So if you want to take his coaching staff and Danny Rule, it is a huge price to pay. And that would be really interesting. And it's believed that most of the coaching staff are working under the same contract as Danny, and here's the thing, Chris Powell runs out, but it sounds like there's a lot of negotiation to do, and it looks like we will be getting him staying by all said and done. But that is really interesting that we have put that big amount of money on it. I think that's a really good thing, to be fair. I think that is a really good thing to do, having a high amount. We had a high amount when we had the situation with Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce was a high compo. And as somebody in my chat, Richard, just said, it's funny that our biggest sale could be a manager and a coach and then players. But I like this. I like this a lot. I think it's very clever. And if you put a high bit of money to put something out like that, it's good. It's good. It's very good, because that is very well played by Chancery. It does a lot. I think it's very clever. So if you want Danny Rule on his own, it's 5 million. If you want his coaching staff and Danny Rule, it's 10 million. You could get 10 million for Danny Rule and his coaching staff. And that puts a lot of the kind of things that people are going like, oh, he's going to go here. You're going to have to use 10 million of your transfer budget to get him. And DC, as Run Pump Man had just said in my stream, doesn't get much credit, but he needs credit for this. This is a big W for Wednesday. It's a massive W, because this is us. Hey, here's the thing, looking after our assets. Here's something weird. And if he put 5 million and 10 million on them, that said to me that this contract that possibly getting looked at is quite a big one. And I'm really impressed with it. And that means you can secure someone else. But that also shows you how much it does, how much it helps. It helps a hell of a lot. And the thing is, if you have that kind of thing, it put people off, because they know they're going to have to pay that much. They'll walk away. You'll get the odd one who will pay it. But that is very shrewd businessman. This is really weird. This is unheard of, like Richard has said again, for someone like a Chancery. Chancery never does this. The one he had and he got right was it was Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce and his coaching staff, I think they all left for about 4 million. But I think this is Chancery covering his assets, looking after who we want to get in, and making sure that he wants him here. This says to me that he very much wants to keep him here for a long time thing. And for once, it sounds like it's a long-term project. And this is what we have to think about. And it's very interesting to see Wednesday and Chansiri do something like this. And I'm glad someone brought it up on the stream that I'm currently doing. But I wasn't expecting Chansiri to do this. And it's really smart. It shows you how valuable Chansiri thinks Danny and his coaching staff is to the club. And it's about protecting your assets. You put a big fee on, you get it. I know we said in the past where we've had big fees on players, but this is different. This is the man that's going to help us. I think you say, well done, Chansiri, on this one. You don't give him that much. You don't get much credit from our fan base. But on this one, I really do think you've got to give it him because he's set the marker down to any club that wants him. And it's 5 million for Danny, 10 million for him and the coaching staff. And I don't think Danny will want to leave without the coaching staff he got, especially with it being his new coaching team as well. And many teams will not want to go after this now because we really will have outpriced anyone because you will have to take out your transfer budget. And this is the sort of thing that makes me intrigued about what happens next with Sheffield Wednesday Football Club, because we've heard talk that there's going to be maybe something to do with the training ground and that getting extended stuff. Is it me or does Chansiri look like, and I know I'm going to say this really quietly, is it me or is Chansiri potentially looking at a long-term plan? Now he said it, we just keep quiet. Now he said it. But who knows? But I think this is really smart by Chansiri. I'm actually shocked that that's the price. I thought there would be a big price for Compo. I didn't think it'd be that much. And I think you're going to have to see what happens with this because that is really clever by Chansiri. It could protecting your assets. It could actually being a good businessman, which we don't normally give him credit for. And I think this is really interesting. So we'll see what happens next in this whole situation because that is huge. 5 million, 10 million if you want our coaching staff or Danny on his own. And that just... I'm shocked. I'm shocked to hear something come out of Sheffield Wednesday that positive. It's not something we very rarely are used to seeing. So let's see what happens with this one. I genuinely think he will stay at the club as well. And this is really smart by Chansiri. He's seen how much of an asset he is and gone with it. So please let me know in the comment section below how you think about this. But Danny Rule, 5 million. And for the coaching staff, it's 10 million. And that includes Danny. So that's really clever. So we'll see what happens. But well done, in theory, to Chansiri on this one. You can't say not.